Good evening and welcome to Manning Field for Division II North opening round tournament classic and opening of the second season for Lynn Classical. Classical number 5, Shawsheen is number 12. Shawsheen in the white, Classical in the green. They kick it deep right away, and right away Classical trying to knock it out of play. They did knock it out of play. Shawsheen from the Commonwealth Conference League, Classical from the Northeastern Conference. Mike Rapucci in net for Shawsheen. Daniel Cortez for Classical. Eric Moreno Jr. trying to follow in his dad's footsteps. His father, both of them are first-year coaches in high school. His father at Tech. Eric Jr. obviously at Classical. Eric Sr. won yesterday in a shootout. They went 2 overtimes with Manchester Essex, and then it turned into penalty kicks. And Christian Herrera was the last guy to shoot. He knocked it home, and Classical won it by a score of 3-2. Actually, I think it was 4-3. Manchester Essex went home probably talking themselves. The goaltender, Junior Ramirez, made a great save to stop Manchester Essex to give Tech an edge. And then their goaltender made a great save, so it was dead even. And when we got to the fourth shooters, it was their goaltender making a save, and their shooter guessed right, guessed that the goaltender was going left. He ripped it to the right, and he missed the net, missed an open net. And that was the difference, as Herrera stepped up as the 5th and final shooter and knocked it in the net. So Eric Moreno Jr. will try to match Dad and move on to the quarterfinals. Shot blocked out in front by the defense. And Rapucci boots it away. A little better day than yesterday. Yesterday, that kick from the goaltender would have landed right back in his lap. The wind was blowing about 80 miles an hour here yesterday. A very tough day for anybody to play, especially playing soccer. Kicking the ball around. It was an adventure getting the ball up in the air. Today is a little better. There are actually some people with short sleeve shirts. Robles trying to knock that deep. Rapucci came up to take the free kick. He was all the way down to the 30-yard line. Robles picked it off and was trying to get to the net before the goaltender got back. He drilled it upfield, but pushed it off to the right, and Rapucci will kick it away. So Rapucci almost gave Classical a long scoring opportunity. Classical's going to get called. Robles gets called for running in. He went up to try and get ahead in the ball, and he rammed into the Shawsheen player. And Shawsheen will kick it away. And once again, Rapucci is going to take the kick. He's out past the 30-yard line. He gets the kick, and he has to hustle back into the net. Classical is 10-2-6. These two teams together have come up with 11 ties. 6 for Classical, 5 for Shawsheen. Blocked by the defense and booted away. I think it was Novoa and Ixlage that were selected to the All-Star team. But congratulations to Eric Moreno Jr. in, I think he's in the North, I think they're in the North Division, either North or South, but whichever division that Classical is in the Northeastern Conference, Eric Moreno Jr. was selected as Coach of the Year. A terrific honor for the young man. Novoa, I believe, is the leading scorer. And they knock it out, and they knock it up in the seats. And that goes out off Classical. Start of a busy day here at Manning Field. Classical playing now. St. Mary's will take on Rockport in the next one. Classical boots it high in the air past midfield. Headed all the way back. Boy, I cringe when things like that happen. Jose Cruz couldn't save it. And then it goes out off Amaya. And they throw it in, it goes out of play. I just saw that header. It went from the 40-yard line to the other 40-yard line. And like I said, I cringe when I see that because that ball is not a cushion. That's a hard soccer ball. And they always talk about concussions in football, and I say, how do you not get concussions in soccer on a regular basis? Because first of all, they're going up and getting their head on those balls that are extremely hard. And then when they go up to try and get the headers, there'll be a couple of players whose heads will come together. And it's just amazing to me that there aren't a lot more, or at least it's not talked about as much in soccer as it is in football. Trying to get around, trying to throw it out in front. It got blocked, and they're calling it off Classical. It looked like Shawsheen blocked it, but I guess Molina Orlando was the last one to touch it. Rapucci will kick it away. And there's another header that goes about 20 yards. Another one that went about 5. Couldn't get the shot off. Got blocked, but he kept control of it. And he slides it ahead. Robles couldn't go get it. Rapucci picked it off. Short kick this time. Robles with it. Molina Orlana tried to get the shot off. It got blocked. Oscar gets it back. And it gets picked off. And gets tipped toward the net. And they're going to call Classical, I think, for a takedown. They threw it behind Josue Baker, and we went to get it. It was taken away by Cruz, and then Cruz got knocked down. And Archibald will take the free kick from the 40-yard line. Rapucci's not coming this far down. They drill it right to the net. It bops loose. They got a foot on it and knocked it wide. Cortez had it. He lost it right onto the foot of Cruz. And as he collided with the goaltender, he didn't kick it to the right. He kicked it to the left, and it went out of play. A terrific kick by Archibald. Got it right to the net. Cortez almost gave that one away. Way up in the air. There's that header, straight up in the air. There's another header as bodies go down. Classical knocks it back upfield. Takes a big hop. And he knock it out of play. It goes off Jeremy Perez. MIAA will take the throw-in. Tip too far, but they get it back. Navoa. Malara. Picked off. Nice little shift by Zelaya. And I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or touched it with their arm. Another free kick coming up. And Rapucci will take this one because it's his side of the 50-yard line. Puts it deep and hustles back. They knock it, Classical knocks it back upfield. And Shawsheen will let it go into the Classical bench area. Molina Orlana with it. Too far ahead for MIAA. MIAA gets it back. Navoa on the near side. Ixlas bumps it ahead to Robles. Nice little tip pass back. Throwing it to the net. Just got tipped away by the defense. Robles was coming down the backside looking to get a piece of it and tip it home. And the defense tipped it away. Pena gets it to Malara. Classical coming back. Ixlas couldn't make a play. Gets it to the far side. Classical trying to come out of there, trying to get it to the middle of the field where they might get a shot off. Molina Orlana, he wasn't really expecting it. When he got it, it was in it right around his ankles. He couldn't pick it off, and Shawsheen tips it away. They knock it deep. Pena's back there to knock it back the other way. And it goes out. And they're calling it off Shawsheen. MIAA will take the throw in. We'll have a substitution first. Lopez Funes just came on the field. Now he's going off the field. And he's getting ready to report back in. So coming back is Baker. They didn't allow the substitution. The officials called one player back and called the other player out. I'm not sure what that was all about. I don't understand the substitution rule anyway. There's plenty of time to get people in, but they only do it at certain times. Kicked up in the air. Robles collects. Gets it to MIAA. Trying to get it back to Robles. It got picked off. And it gets repicked by Molina Orlana. Robles tips it ahead. It got nice defensive play by Cruz. That shot was probably going to go wide left. Nice try by MIAA. Rapucci fielded it anyway and boots it away. Gets it out to midfield and beyond. Bodies go down. No call on the play. Back upfield to Robles. He gets bumped off the play. They kick it back. Down the far side. Glasgow gets there and knocks it away. And that was Pena. Headed upfield, it's going to go out off Glasgow. Molina Orlando pushed it up, gets the pass back, get knocked away from behind. Maya blocked it. And they're calling it Amaya for the contact. Now they're bringing it back to midfield. Archibald will take the kick. He can reach the net from here. He drills it to the net. And they got a head on it and knocked it wide. Another big kick by Archibald. Almost turned into a goal. We're going to get a timeout down on the field. It might have been Gavin Piggott who got ahead. That was a huge kick by Archibald. They got what they wanted right out in front, got a head on the ball, but they tipped it wide. And we're going to get a timeout with no score here in this Division 2 North opening round game. And they come out of the timeout, dead even, 0-0. Shawsheen's had a couple of opportunities with those long kicks by Archibald. One that bounced off the goaltender, and Cruz had a legitimate shot but knocked it wide. And this last one, he took right to the middle of the net. And I believe it could have been Gavin Piggott who got a head on it and knocked it wide right. So the kick went wide left, the header went wide right. They had two good scoring opportunities. Glasgow really hasn't tested Rapucci on the other end. They've kept it in the Shawsheen end for long periods, but they haven't been able to get a real good shot on net. Robles gets taken down, and that'll give Glasgow a free kick. Just inside midfield. Headed almost back toward the net by Shawsheen. Headed again. And Robles had a shot at it. And he got bumped by the defender and didn't get a real good piece of it and knocked it wide right, wide left and out of play. So Glasgow almost got a break there with a couple of headers back toward the net. Back to the middle, Molina Orlana. Nice little shift, holds on to the ball. Down the near side. Looking for Marin. And gets knocked out. And Glasgow will have the first corner kick coming from the near side. Slides, gets it up. Glasgow got a head on it, but they couldn't get it toward the net. Navoa trying to dribble it, trying to drive it to the net. Had it blocked. Pena had it. Glasgow knocks it deep. Shawsheen knocks it past midfield. Shawsheen knocks it out. Quick throw in. And they bang it off Classical out of play. Rapucci will get to kick it away. Commonwealth Conference Shawsheen against Northeastern Conference Classical. Opening round of Division II North. The winner moves on. If everything goes according to Hoyle, the winner of this will be playing the number 4 seed in the quarterfinals. Knocked out by Shawsheen. Now they're calling it off Classical. Classical's getting set to throw the ball in. And Classical knocks it out again. Molina or Orlana trying to throw it deep, looking for Marin coming down the near side. It got picked off. And Dan Archibald, there's two of them, Tyler Archibald and Dan Archibald, knocked it out, and then it went out again off Classical. Off the head of Myers. Ishlides kept it in the Shawsheen end. Robles with it. Robles got taken down. Also going to get a free kick. Come from just about the 40-yard line. Also missed the header. And then Shawsheen popped it straight up in the air. And he just knocked it away from Classical. Shawsheen kept it around their net a little too long. Nice pick by Robles, but then Shawsheen picks it back. Pena with a nice play. Just reached in and got a piece and knocked it away. Almost came up with it. Now it goes out off Shawsheen. They knock it deep, and it goes off ahead, and Shawsheen heads it into the Shawsheen bench area. To the far side, taken away by Shawsheen. Zelaya gets it back. In the middle, Molina Orlana gets it to Marin. Tried to tip it back and got taken away. And got knocked away by the defense. They overthrew everything. They got to Molina Orlana, but it hit him up around the shoulder. He couldn't get control of it. And now they'll knock it out. And it goes out off Cruz. Lopez Funes will take the throw in. Shawsheen trying to clear it, and they get it out. Zelaya couldn't break it up. Lopez Funes did. Shawsheen gets it back. Broken up. And going down, Alabasi, there was a collision. He went down, he got hit. And he's writhing in pain. He got hit right around the knee or the ankle. And that was a direct hit. And anybody who's ever got banged into anything, furniture, or had somebody inadvertently trip them, and now down the other end we got a Shawsheen player down. So it's a mass unit out there. Just about 15 minutes left in the scoreless first half. And we got people being attended to all over the place. We hope both players are going to be okay. Eamon Alabasi would be a loss for Classical. He's big time on that back line. Zelaya and Alabasi. Lopez Funes is back there as well, along with Joshua Baker. They do a good job defensively. Shot, hit the goal post, hit the top crossbar. Another bid by Shawsheen. They ripped that one. Cortez had no chance on that shot. He just looked and said, please, don't let it go in the net. It hit just inside the near post at the top crossbar and bounced out. Shawsheen has come close 3 times with those long kicks. The Voa broken up. Picked off. Ixlai's with it. Trying to get around. Can't. Finally broken up and knocked out by Shawsheen. And Alabasi, nice to see him back. We'll take the throw in. Pop straight up in the air. Headed away. Haskell keeps it in play. Shot from long range. Slices in, but it's just an easy floater. Big hop for Rapucci to make the play. I think that was Marin getting the shot off. Rapucci drills it deep. They misfired on it, and they're going to say they misfired because there was contact, and they're calling the contact against Shawsheen. Must have been behind the play because it was the Shawsheen player that went down upfield. They give Classical a free kick, and they drill it towards the net. It gets headed away. Headed back. Everybody playing heads up soccer. From long range, they take the shot, missed the net, went wide right. Nobody out in front could get close enough to get a piece of it and redirect it. Classical really hasn't got a shot on net yet. Shawsheen's had 3 very close encounters. The last one extremely close, hitting the top crossbar a matter of inches, whether it stayed out or went in. Robles hustling to try and keep it in, and does. Couldn't get the shot off. Now they get the shot off. Rapucci knocks it down. That might have been inside the far post, might have been wide. Rapucci had a good look at it and was able to make the save. And they let it go out of play. Another substitution for Classical. Tipped ahead. Navoa with it. Throwing it deep. Lead pass. They got it there. Ixlaj. Good effort by Ixlaj. He got out. Great pass by Navoa. Threw it all the way out. He was in too far. And tried to get the shot off anyway, but he hit the side of the net with it. Good effort by Ixlaj. Very nice pass by Navoa, and he came up just shy. They bang it out off Myers. Navoa heads it to the middle. Asani battling. They tip it to Navoa. Winds up with it. Nice little shift. Nice little shift again. His pass is broken up by the defense. Popped up and headed away. Headed back deep. And here's Pena knocking it back to the Shawsheen end. Shawsheen gave it away. It's going to go out of play. And then Shawsheen knocks it out. Classical's going to get a corner kick. Ixlaj will take it from the far side this time. Slices it around in front. Couldn't get the head on it. Classical trying to knock it back. Headed away. And knocked straight up in the air to the far side. And Classical lets it go out of play. They fanned on the pass. Classical gets it back. They try to slice it in front to Asani. It got blocked. And now it gets knocked out. And we're going to Shawsheen play it down. Looks like he's getting up. Oh, he's trying to run it off. Says he's okay. This is not like football. Football, if that happened, they stop the clock. You'd have to go out for one play. Knocked back upfield by Classical. They've kept it here for the last couple of minutes. Asani. Alabasi. Hustling up and backtracking and taking it away. And then Cruz gets it back and knocks it out of play. Alabasi with the throw-in. Navoa. Molina Orellana. Classical with it. They take the shot. It got blocked. Asani tipping it ahead. Classical trying to keep it alive. Navoa takes the shot. Couldn't get a lot on it. It hooked. It was going to go wide right. Rapucci played it on a couple of hops, and he'll kick it away. Classical's put a lot of pressure in the Shawsheen end, but they haven't really got a good shot off. Knocked out. Here they come again. Molina Orellana. Pumped off the play. Navoa gets the foot on, keeps it alive. Gets around. Gets around again. Trying to throw it in front. Nobody's there to get a shot off. Good effort by Navoa, but there was nobody out in front. Asani keeps it alive. Blocked by Classical. Shawsheen kicks it away. Classical takes it back. Asani tipped it. And then it was Molina Orellana picking it up. Shawsheen knocks it away. Headed away by Malara. Trying to knock it deep. They knocked it right back to Classical. And too far ahead to pass to Molina Orellana. Knocked out by Cruz. 5 minutes and counting left in this scoreless first half as we get a substitution. Navoa was going out, favoring his leg a little bit. Meanwhile, down on the field is another Classical player. Getting up, saying he's okay. I think that's Molina Orellana. This non-contact sport is creating some difficult times. Alabasi will take the throw in. Gets it back. Broken up. Bodies go down. They knock it out off Cruz. Headed away, and the Shawsheen player went up to knock it down and went down hard on the turf. And he's down. He's getting back up, thank goodness. I think that's Dan Archibald. I mentioned before, there's two of them. Tyler Archibald is the guy with that strong leg that gave Shawsheen 2 golden scoring opportunities with his long free kicks. Knocked back upfield. Cruz keeps it back the other way. Alisani. Molina Orellana. Bellaro with it. Little touch and go. They put it too far ahead. Zalea looking for Amaya. Takes it to the middle. Couple of nice shifts, but he couldn't get a shot off. They take it from long range. It's going to go wide right and out of play, and that's been the story for Classical. The couple of shots they got on that were from long range and took a couple of big bounces, and Rapucci was able to make an easy save. As we reach the final 2 minutes and counting in the scoreless first half. He bounced that right off the chin of Matthew Giulio. They take it away, Cruz. And sliding is Alea. Just slid like he was sliding into third base and took it away from Cruz and knocked it out of play. I think this is the first corner kick for Shawsheen. Jeremy Perez, only a freshman will, they call it a throw-in, not a corner kick. Now it'll be a corner kick. And I think it'll be Tyler Archibald again. He does most of the kicking. Coming from the near side. And before they do that, did they blow the whistle for the end of the half? Or do they take another timeout? Fishers are staying, the teams are going on the sideline, so I think it's just a timeout. Time winding down here in this first half. Pretty good crowd here for this one. On a rare Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoons are usually for the Papuana kids. I think their season is over. So we had the first Lynn winner, Lynn Tech, the boys yesterday, won their game, and they're off to the quarterfinals. The other two boys teams, Classical playing now, St. Mary's coming up next. We'll try to match Tech and move on to the quarterfinals. Everybody trying to stay healthy as well. We've had a lot of people going down with contact and hitting that hard turf. The old turf is getting worn. Coming up for a doctor appointment. If not next year, certainly the year after. They've got to get to work on that turf, reinvigorate it. They come out of the timeout. The corner kick will come from the near side. And Tyler Archibald will take it. He set up two potential scoring opportunities with his kicks. Gets it up. Classical heads it away. Headed back. It gets popped in the air. Classical heads it away. Popped right back up in front. Everybody looking to get a head on it. And they finally clear it away. Cortez was yelling that Shawsheen was banging and holding. He didn't get any call, but they finally cleared it away. That was like nobody could find it. Those free kicks for Shawsheen have caused Classical problems. Can't be a lot of time left in this first half. And as I say that, they blow the whistle, and the half comes to a close. So Shawsheen had 3 or 4 golden opportunities on free kicks by Archibald. Classical had one almost breakaway by Ixlage that got a little too far and knocked it off the side of the net. Otherwise, the shots going to the net by Classical were big hops that Rapucci was able to make easy saves on. So we started the game dead even. We finished the first half dead even. Classical nothing, Shawsheen nothing at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Field for this Division II North opening round game. Dead even, 0-0. Shawsheen, if you look at the two teams, Classical had the edge probably territorial-wise. They kept it in the Shawsheen end quite a bit. Didn't get any real good scoring opportunities. And didn't really test Rapucci in net. On the other side, the kicking by Tyler Archibald, long range, he kicked 2 free kicks from inside midfield, got them right to the net. On one of them, Jose Cruz, just as he was getting knocked down, got a piece of it, but tipped it wide left. And the other one, he put it right in the middle of the net, Archibald did. And I believe it was Piggott who was there and went up and got a head on it and tipped it wide left. And then from a corner kick, he got it up, and it was just frustrating for everybody. The ball was bouncing around. Nobody could get a piece out in front of the net. Everybody had a swipe at it, and Classical was finally able to clear it away. So the better scoring opportunities with Shawsheen possessing the ball in the other team's end went to Classical. And Classical has it right back there again. Asani pushed it ahead, and Asani got knocked down. And they're going to give it to Classical, I think, for a throw-in. And they're going to call the knockdown, actually. So Classical's going to get a free kick. Coming from just about the 20-yard line. They line drive it. Nobody ever got a piece of it. They just knocked it wide right. And that's been virtually the story for Classical. When they get good hard shots, they've been going left, right, or getting blocked by the defense out in front. This one goes 8 miles up in the air and goes off one head, then another head. And Classical lost it out of play. Pena with it. Across to De Leon. Robles gets it in the middle. They didn't take the shot. They moved it wide. Then they take the shot and went over the net. They set Navarro up inside the 10. He drilled it, but once again, high over the net and out of play. Robles with it. De Leon punches it ahead. Broken up. Robles gets it back. Nice little shift. And Shawsheen breaks it up. And Dan Archibald knocks it out. Melina Orlana gets it to the middle. Asani takes the shot. Rapucci had to make the save. Good hard shot by Alban Asani. And Rapucci very quickly. That's the best attempt that Classical has had. Good hard shot. Rapucci had to make a very good save. It got to him in a hurry. They call it out off Classical. And that was Piggott battling with Robles. Nice pick by De Leon, a nice little move upfield. It actually was Pena that did that. Broken up. Ixlage pushing it up. Caught from behind and ball knocked loose. Zelaya got a head on it. Shawsheen couldn't save it, went out. Shawsheen picks it off in front of their own net. They try to go upfield. Nice defense by Zalea. Not only broke up the play, but he knocked it off Shawsheen out of play. Skip past everybody. Shawsheen knocks it deep. Pena's there to knock it down and knock it upfield. And it gets knocked away by Hansen. Asani with a little move gets loose. They try to give it back. Navoa tried to get it. Passed a little bit behind him. He came back, made a good move to get it, but then it got tipped away from him from behind. Robles with it. Ahead. Couldn't get a lot on it. Going away from the net, getting a little bit of a tip. And that's all they could get was a little bit of a tip. I think that was Jeffrey Robles getting the pass from Jenna Robles. Lasko breaks it up. Malawa took it away. A little behind the back pass. Nice little move by Molina Orellana. His pass broken up. And Robles is going to get called for the trip. And Rapucci will come out and kick it away. They knock it deep. Glasgow will let it go out of play. Division II North opening round for these two teams. Glasgow looking for win number 11. Shawsheen looking for win number 9, but more importantly, they're looking to move on to the quarterfinal round. And obviously, Shawsheen will be on the road. I think Glasgow will be on the road as well, unless there was a major upset. Pop to the middle. Molina Orellana with it. Malawa trying to give it back. Nice little shift. Takes the shot, and it got blocked. It slammed it right into Piggott. And now we got a little to-do coming together. They call it on Glasgow, and Rapucci will kick it away. Knocks it very deep, and it goes out of play. Pena will kick it away. Drives it to midfield. Robles looking for it. Does a nice job keeping it in. Has it taken away by Archibald. Sliding and breaking up the play was Malara. And they give it all the way back to Cortez. He kicks it to the near side. And they get it upfield to Robles. Blocked. The other Archibald got a foot on it. Now they kick it to the near side. Robles trying to walk in. Pushed it a little too far. He had it, trying to go to the net, and push it just far enough that the defense is able to break it up. And there's Zalea sliding, breaking up the play, and knocking it off Shawsheen again. He's played outstanding back there, that deep center field. Looking for Robles. They went to try and pick it off. They're calling Robles for a takedown. I think it was, I think the referee saw the wrong play. The Shawsheen player, who was Hansen, went to get the ball, and when he went to get the ball, he slid and missed everything and went down like he was sliding in the third base, and the official thought that Robles took him down, and he called the contact on Robles, and they get a free kick. We know Orlando almost caught that ball. He had two hands in motion like he was going to make a catch. Moscow kicks it deep. Now they get it in the middle. Taken away. They try to get it back to Hansen, and they throw it behind him and out of play. De Leon got it in quickly, and Hansen kicked it up in the seats. Walking in is Ixlaj. It rolls right in, and the goaltender Rapucci was down, and he had it. And as he had it, Ixlaj put a kick to try and knock it loose, and he knocked it, I think, right into his midsection. He grimaced a little bit, but he's okay. He's going to kick it away. He just rolled to the side of the net, right at the near post, and Ixlaj tried to dislodge it. Rapucci held on. Moscow keeping it in. Almost threw it away. Hassani kept it in. Now they tip it by, and they tip it too far. They couldn't save it. It went out. Hansen tipped it away from Malara. And then he tried to tip it upfield. He knocked it too far. De Leon will take the throw in. Popped up, headed up. They knock it deep. Nice little shift by Pena. De Leon just didn't get a real good pass, and it got picked off. Now he tips it to the middle. Headed away. They give it to Malara, back to Molina Orellana. Nice little tip, pass, and go, but Orellana tipped it and tipped it too far. Great play by Pena to slide and take it away and keep it in play. Robles, a couple of nice shifts, winds up with it. And again, didn't get a lot on the pass, trying to get it to Asani, and it got picked off. Looked like a little lazy pass across the middle. Shawsheen was able to pick it off. And the Shawsheen player goes down, and they're going to call De Leon for the takedown. Gets up gingerly, but gets up and trots back downfield. They knock it deep, headed away by Klasko. Shawsheen got a head on it. That was Cruz, I believe. Headed it right to the net. Cortez had to make the save. Shawsheen stepped in and picked off the pass, but then pushed it too far ahead, out of play. Also trying to get it out of the side, get it out in the middle, trying to make a play. Hansen knocks it upfield. and they couldn't keep it in. Sliding and trying was Dan Archibald, and he hurt himself a little bit trying to do that, and he's still grimacing a little bit upfield. Might have stretched a little too far. And we're going to whistle for Archibald being down. The teams are going to go to the side. Trainer's going to come out. Archibald is walking gingerly. I think he just stretched a little too far. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Tom Severo, the head coach of Shawsheen, coming out to greet him. No score here. Not quite to the halfway mark of the second half. The game we had here yesterday, Lynn Tech went in 2 overtimes and then went to a shootout, penalty kicks. Tech winning on the last shooter. And we're on the verge of doing that again. As we settle back, we hope that Dan Archibald is going to be okay. Glasgow's had one good scoring opportunity. Albin Asani drilled one from right around the 20-yard line, put it right in the middle of the net, and Rapucci had to act quickly to get it and keep it out. Otherwise, most of the attempts have been from long range, and Rapucci had an easy time playing it on a couple of hops. Now Shawsheen is going to get a corner kick. Everything went wide. I think it was Piggott that was going over to the right side of the net looking to get it, and there were about 3 green jerseys that blocked his shot or centering pass. And it's nice to see Dan Archibald come running back on the field. He's okay. Coming from the near corner. Out in front, skips by everybody. Shawsheen trying to knock it back. It got cleared away nicely by Tech. Knocked away again. I think it was Asani both times. And they're giving a free kick. I'm not sure why back here. There was nobody. Glasgow just kicked it out. There wasn't anybody down here. I don't know. I don't understand the free kick. Of course, there's a lot of stuff I don't understand about soccer. That one sailed up, way up in the air, way wide right and out of play. That's the first time that Tyler Archibald hasn't put it right out in front of the net for a scoring opportunity. Got a little too much foot into that one and drilled it high and wide right. Glasgow hustling, trying to keep it in play. He got knocked out by Flonez. Or Fleonis. De Leon will take the throw in. Knocked out. Glasgow will get a corner kick. out in front. Blocked and scored. They knocked it down. 2 headers. They knocked it down in front. And just reaching in and getting a piece of it was Robles. They both went up. They both got a head on it. It dropped straight down, and when it dropped straight down, Robles just got a piece and knocked it in the net, and Classical's on the board. Shawsheen was trying to head it away, and they came together and both headed it at the same time. It dropped right down at the feet of Hansen and Robles was able to just rip it past, and I don't think Rapucci has seen it yet. So their second legitimate scoring opportunity, they knock it in the net. Robles has played well the whole game. Now he gets the goal to put Classical on top. So this is the second game here in the tournament, and that's the first regulation time goal. Little late whistle. And I thought they were calling it on Classical for the knockdown. Cruz thought so too, but they're calling it on Shawsheen. Shawsheen looking for a split here. They beat Lynn Tech here. So they're looking for their second win against a Lynn team here at Manning Field. Shawsheen knocks it away. We'll get a corner kick. Navoa got knocked down. He was looking for a call, maybe a penalty kick. Throwing it in front of the net. Rapucci knocked it away, and he almost gave it to a Classical player right out in front for a scoring opportunity. Good defense there by De Leon. Rizzo tried to get it by, and De Leon took it away. Now they're going to give Shawsheen another free kick. Archibald can get it done again. From this angle, he knocked it by the net off to the right side. He puts it out in front. Didn't really get it to the net. It's easily headed away by Classical. Classical knocks it away. Archibald knocks it upfield. I thought he was going to try and kick it to the net again. Nice little tip by Piggott to get it by. And then it gets knocked out by Classical. Just past the halfway mark of this second half, Classical has grabbed a 1-0 lead. They pop it up. Cruz got a head on it, but he was falling away from the net, and he knocked it wide left and out of play. Not the biggest guy out there, but he gets up in the air. Ixlaj. Looking to make a play. Threw it behind Asani. They have to start it all over again. Zelaya knocks it all the way back to Cortez. He's looking for Pena on the near side. Pena with a nice little shift, takes it around. Yeah, couldn't keep it in. It went out of play. Trying to get it in front. It went off a foot out in front. Classical tried to let it go out of play. and just snuck out of play before Classical touched it. And Pena will kick it away. Tipped up. Headed up. Couple of heads banging together. Cruz winds up with it. Tips it towards the net. Cortez comes way out. Runs over his own player. As he picks it off, he ran over Pena. And he'll kick away. Actually ran over Ixlaj. And now I take it back. It was Pena. I was right the first time. Luckily, neither one went down. Robles, who has the goal, got it ahead. And I think Ixlaj was surprised that it got through. I think he thought it was going to get blocked. Asani couldn't get the kick off. Cruz blocked it from behind. And Cruz making a play again, breaking it up and then kicking it away. And they finally knocked Cruz down. Good hustle by Jose Cruz. Rapucci knocks it deep. Knocked away by Classical. Robles winds up with it. Gets around one. Gives it back to De Leon. Ahead to Ixlaj. Molina Orellana. Asani. Ixlaj with it. Novoa tips it back. Classical trying to get a play. They've done this quite more often than not during the game, passing around, but haven't got a real good shot off. Headed by Ixlaj. It bounced by. Shot is going to go wide left. Rapucci went and got it. Novoa got the shot off, but it went wide left. Rapucci went and got it and kicks it away. Bounces by everybody. Pena trying to let it go out of play, and they call it off Classical. 15 minutes and counting left in this one. Headed away nicely by Zelaya. The winner will move on to the quarterfinal. The loser will pack it up and either be done for their senior year, done with sports, or they'll get ready for basketball or hockey or swimming or track indoor. But for the seniors, their soccer career at their prospective high school will be done. Robles tried to get by Hansen and couldn't, and Hansen knocked it out of play. And now we got maybe a little frustration as they kind of bang together a little bit. Quickly broken up. We'll have a substitution as Jared Rizzo is favoring that right leg. He went down. He's half jogging, half limping off the field. De Leon will take the throw in. Malara kept it in, and it went out. It went out off Malara. Hansen will take the throw in. They kept it in. They knock it deep. Zelaya is back there, heading it away. Pena tipped it to the net, hustling over, Nice job by Lopez Funes coming over. Pena and Zelaya almost knocked it to the net, and it was Lopez Funes coming over from the other side, knocking it away. Corner kick coming from the near side, but they'll take that as opposed to what they could have had if Lopez Funes didn't make that play. They get a head on it, but couldn't get a lot on it. They just kind of tapped it. Cortez made the easy save. They knocked it too deep. They were looking to send Novoa down the far side. They threw it way down and way out of play. Robles with it. Tipped away. Ixlas gets it back. Molina Orellana. De Leon upfield. Hansen stepped in and picked it off. Archibald's pass is broken up. Robles tried to bang it off. Hansen got tipped to the middle. Molina Orellana knocked upfield. Shawsheen trying to knock it deep. De Leon is there but couldn't collect. And Shawsheen couldn't keep it in. Jason Myers hustling, but he wound up knocking it out. 1-0 Classical here in Division II North opening round. As a Classical player is down. And the train is coming out. I believe that was Josue Pena that they helped out. Let's hope he's going to be okay. He's a big part of that defense. They can't afford to lose him, especially if they're moving on. And they're winning right now 1-0, but still 10 minutes left in this one. So let's hope he's going to be okay. Almost everybody that went down this game was able to get out on their own, get back, and get to the bench on their own. Pena had to be helped a little bit. He's being looked at on the sideline by the trainer. Let's hope he's going to be okay. That's going to put a little pressure on the Classical defense now. They almost gave that one away. They put it right on the foot of Pena. He was surprised it was coming. It bounced by him. If he reacted immediately, he would have had a shot right off the bat, right on the net. And as we get just under 10 minutes left in this one, Classical leading at 1-0. They're gonna go to the sidelines, and it's gonna be discussions with the head coaches, Tom Severo, Shawsheen, Eric Moreno. The wheels turning on both sides. We got a timeout, just under 10 minutes. Classical leading Shawsheen 1-0. So the wheels turning on both sides. Tom Severo, the coach of Shawsheen, Eric Moreno for Classical, talking to the troops. Just under 10 minutes left in this one. Classical off the goal by Jenna Robles, leading it 1-0. And you knew it was going to be that kind of game. No, Classical really wasn't close. Shawsheen from long range had a couple of efforts, but it was mostly just passing around trying to get a shot. And you had a feeling that one goal could be very big in this game. Headed away by Classical. They knock it upfield, and it goes out of play off Dan Archibald. Ixlage with a couple of moves. And that's Pena back in the game. We're happy to see that. And there's Salea with another nice defensive play. Defense has really played well. Zalea and Pena have been outstanding. Alabasi, De Leon. And that really nice play by Lopez Funes was big in this game when it looked like Shawsheen might have a shot to tie the game up. Off the body of Malara. Trying to walk in, they slide it ahead. Navoa looking to get a shot. He gets it back. Asani drills it, and he slices it wide right and out of play. Rapucci will kick it away. Knocked out by Asani. A double team, take it away, and Klasko knocks it deep. Hanson will track it down. Klasko knocks it away. Robles winds up with it. Pushes it up. Carrying it down. He tried to go between a couple of people. And Robles and Hanson comes together again. They came together once and got a little feisty. Now they come together again. They try to hit Navoa. Malara try to really split a couple of defenders. Navoa was breaking to the middle. Malara tried to hit him, and that was almost impossible to complete the pass. They knock it out in front of the net. Rapucci will make the save with Robles staring down at him. Rapucci kick, takes a big hop. Knocked out and away. Off a couple of heads. First one was Lopez Funes. Zalea knocks it down and boots it away. Navoa looking for it. Nice little shift, takes it away. And is blocked by Klasko. Shawsheen gets it back. They get it in the middle. Jared Rizzo. Nice to see him back. He went out. He bounces by everybody. And then Klasko knocks it deep. Malara knocking it away. Hanson will track it down. Upfield goes by everybody. And the pass was behind Archibald. Nice little tip to Robles from Ixlage. Shawsheen takes it away. Blocked by Klasko. Klasko couldn't keep it in. It went out. Good effort by Lopez Funes to try and keep it in. Lopez Funes and Zalea and Pena and Alabasi have played extremely well back defensively. Classical heads it away. It's going to go. Thought it was going to go out of play. They kept it in. They popped it straight up in the air. Now they called it out. And Archibald will take the throw in. Headed away. Pena will let it go out of play. Four minutes and counting left in this one. And now, I don't know what Glasgow did, but they're turning it over. Glasgow was getting set to kick it away. They're going to give Shawsheen a corner kick. I don't know how that happened. Corner kick coming from the near side. It's loose. Glasgow gets to kick it away. Went off a couple of bodies. Archibald couldn't track it down, but he's going to take the throw in. Glasgow now just wants to keep it away from their net. They're leading it 1-0. They get a chance for a tournament win, something they haven't had in a long time. Out off Shawsheen. Orlando had it. Shawsheen caught up with him and knocked it out. Glasgow has it where they want it in the Shawsheen end, away from their net, leading at 1-0. As we're closing in on the 2-minute mark. Lopez Funes taking his time. Now we get a whistle, and we're going to get yet another timeout as we reach the 2-minute mark on the clock. That's not totally official because there were a couple of players down officially the clock on the field, but can't be too far away from that final 2 minutes. The goal by Robles, the difference. Glasgow leading at 1-0 with a timeout. Shawsheen has to get a little giddy up in their step. Ball's in their end of the field, and we've got just about 2 minutes left in the game. They trail 1-0. Glasgow wants to keep it down here if they can. If they keep Shawsheen off the board, they don't need any more goals. One is plenty. But we've seen how Archibald can kick from long range and get it to the net. Molina Orlana. And once again, knocked out. Lopez Funes will move down a little bit further, almost like a corner kick, throwing it in. And knocked out, now it'll be a corner kick. Ixlars will take it from the near corner. Knocked out. Revolver back to Islaks. Blocked by Malara. Shawsheen knocks it deep. They'll knock it into the classical end. Nice job by Lopez Funes. He's played well. He kept it in play and kept it alive and got it back to the Shawsheen end. Hansen knocks it out. And again, Klaussel's got it right where they want it. In the Shawsheen end, leading 1-0 with time winding down. Hanson knocks it upfield. Pena knocks it out. Hanson quickly with the throw-in. Bounces loose. Popped up in the air. Out off Klasko. Bouncing up in the seats. And before they can do anything, they blow the whistle and the game is history. So it was 0-0 at halftime. Shawsheen had the better opportunities of scoring times. The two long free kicks by Tyler Archibald got it right to the net. One, Jose Cruz got a piece of it, tipped it wide left. Another one, Piggott got his head on it, tipped it wide right. Another one, from a blast from around the 20-yard line, hit the crossbar and bounced out. But it was still 0-0 at halftime. On a corner kick from Islaj, it went up. Hanson and Robles, they had to-dos all day. They were banging together all day. They both went up. Hanson tried to head it away. They both got together. It bounced off the two of them. It dropped right down to the turf, and Robles was able to stick his foot in and tip it by Rapucci. And that was the one goal, and that was the difference in the game. And Klasko will move on to the quarterfinals in Division II North. They pick up their 11th win off the goal by Robles. Defensively, again, it was Alabasi, Lopez Funes, Josue Pena, and Zalea, outstanding back on that back line playing defense, helping Cortez, the goaltender, out, who really didn't have to make many great saves, but he made a few. And Klasko, Eric Moreno matches his father, so the Moreno family both have a win in the opening round of the tournament. Eric Moreno Jr. gets his Klasko boys moving on to the quarterfinals. Klasko will go to 11-2-6. Shawsheen will finish up a very good season at 8-6-5. Their soccer season is over. Klasko will be moving on, probably an away game, unless a major upset to the two teams that are 1-4. So Klasko will probably have an away game, but they'll take it because they're alive and kicking in the state tournament in Division II North. Klasko won on the goal by Jenna Robles. Shawsheen, nothing. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.